Dude, you're not gonna believe what our government just did. By the government, do you mean the stinky cheese man we have for president? Alright, let's not insult the stinky cheese man like that, but yeah, he's threatening 50% more tariffs on Canadian lumber and steel unless they become the 51st state of America. The orange marmalade is trying to bully Canada into joining us. Yeah, and he's also declaring that there's a national state of emergency on electricity because of the tariffs that Canada also imposed on Minnesota, New York, and Michigan. So he's throwing a tantrum over a fight that he started. By the way, he reshared an image of a pink triangle upside down. Wait, you mean the one that they put on the uniforms of people in World War II Germany camps? Yeah, the one that identifies you as LGBTQ. That's right, our president posted a Yahtzee symbol on his social media. I was about to say this is not a good time to be LGBTQ, but then when has it ever been a good time? Maybe if you're in Finland or something where they don't give a shit. Did you see that new Colorado bill that would make it illegal to be LGBTQ in public? The one that would classify it as a felony? Yeah, fascist times we're living in. He also reposted an article on Truth Social telling the American people to shut up about egg prices. I think people have the right to complain considering the bird flu is making egg prices skyrocket, and he promised cheaper groceries on day one and they're at an all-time high.
What are some disturbing facts you wish you didn't know? One of the most disturbing facts I wish I didn't know is about dust. A large portion of the dust you see in your house is actually made up of dead skin cells. Humans shed around 30,000 to 40,000 skin cells every single minute, and that adds up to a significant amount over time. So every time I see a layer of dust on a shelf or the windowsill, I can't help but think, wow, a good chunk of that is literally pieces of me or other people. It's a weird, kind of gross realization that I can't unknow now. Another disturbing fact that really creeps me out is that your brain can actually remain conscious for a short time after you're decapitated. There are accounts from the past, particularly during the French Revolution with the guillotine, where some victims seem to blink or move their eyes for a few seconds after being beheaded. Scientists believe the brain can remain active for about 10 seconds or so, which is such a chilling thought. Knowing that the brain might still be aware of what's happening, even briefly, is something that really unsettles me. Lastly, I recently learned that there's a species of fungus, called Ophiocordyceps, that infects insects and essentially turns them into zombies. The fungus hijacks the insect's body, forcing it to climb to a high point, and then the fungus bursts out of the insect's body to spread its spores. It's like something straight out of a horror movie, and while it mostly affects ants, just the idea of a parasitic fungus taking control of a living thing's body like that is terrifying. What is your most embarrassing memory that still makes you laugh? Oh, this one haunts me but cracks me up every time. I was about 16, and I had a massive crush on this girl in my high school. One day, I saw her sitting by herself at lunch, so I thought it would be the perfect time to go over and strike up a conversation. I was feeling super confident for some reason, like this was going to be my moment. So, I grabbed my lunch tray and casually walked over to her table. But as I approached, I managed to trip over my own feet, sending my entire tray of food flying into the air. My spaghetti, salad, and milk splattered all over her and the table. And there I was, lying on the ground, covered in the rest of my lunch, while she stared at me in complete shock. Instead of apologizing like a normal person, I panicked and tried to play it cool, but what came out was something like, well, I guess lunch is on me today. She didn't laugh. Not even a little. The awkwardness was so intense I wanted to disappear into the floor. I quickly picked up my tray and ran off without saying another word. Years later, whenever I think about it, I can't help but laugh at the absolute absurdity of the situation. It's one of those moments that was mortifying at the time, but now it's just a hilarious memory of my teenage awkwardness. Straight guys of Reddit, what is the strangest thing you have been told not to do because that's gay? One time, I was told that using a straw was gay. Like, seriously, I was just drinking a soda at a barbecue with some friends, and this random guy I barely knew saw me using a straw and made a big deal about it. He was like, bro, don't use a straw, that's gay. I was genuinely confused because, it's a straw, and somehow, that was enough to make someone question my sexuality? I laughed it off, but in that moment, I remember scanning the group to see if anyone else thought this was as ridiculous as I did. To my surprise, some of the other guys actually nodded like, yeah, makes sense. I couldn't believe it. Was there some hidden man code about drinking from a straw that I had missed out on? Apparently, according to this logic, straight men are supposed to drink everything directly from the can or cup, as if it somehow proves their masculinity. It still blows my mind that people seriously think this way. Even now, it's one of the most absurd things I've been told not to do. It's crazy how some people come up with these bizarre, outdated rules about what's manly or not. It was such a small thing, but it showed me how far some will go to define what they think is acceptable behavior. What's a lie you told that's now out of control? I told my coworkers a small lie that has spiraled beyond anything I ever anticipated. It started as a joke at lunch one day when someone asked why I kept refusing their offers to join a company soccer league. Jokingly, I said, oh, I actually had a serious knee injury a few years back and can't play anymore. It was supposed to be a one-off excuse so they'd stop asking me, but they took it completely seriously. The next week, our manager mentioned how inspiring it was that I was working through such a tough past injury. That's when I realized I'd accidentally gained a reputation. Suddenly, people were talking about my knee injury like it was a defining life event, and I started getting sympathetic looks and comments about perseverance. Then came the office charity 5K. When I said I couldn't run, everyone rallied around and reassured me I didn't need to explain because of my injury. I felt horrible for all the sympathy, but I was too deep in it by then to come clean. Now, every time someone invites me to anything remotely physical, I have to find new ways to dodge without raising suspicion. And to make things even worse, some new coworkers joined, and the legend of my injury has grown. There are even stories about how I was an amazing athlete in my prime. What company are you convinced actually hates their customers? For me, it's definitely those internet providers that hold a monopoly over certain areas, leaving customers with no real choice. They'll lure you in with promises of blazing fast speeds, but what they don't tell you is that those speeds are only for ideal situations. The minute everyone's home streaming, working, or gaming? Expect buffering and slowdowns. Need support? You'll face an endless loop of hold times, automated systems that lead to nowhere, and support specialists who'll transfer you a dozen times before suggesting, yet again, that you just restart your router. Then there are the random fees they tack on. Suddenly you're hit with a $10 regional sports fee even if you haven't watched sports a day in your life. And data caps? If you exceed them, they'll happily charge ridiculous overage fees, even though you're already paying a premium. Thinking of leaving? Good luck. Canceling is a nightmare of relentless retention specialists who pretend to offer discounts that barely change anything. And don't forget to return that equipment because if you don't, and sometimes even if you do, they'll slap you with more fees. It really feels like they don't want satisfied customers, they just want you stuck in their system forever. What is the most unpleasant way you've been woken up? One of the most unpleasant ways I've been woken up happened during a camping trip with friends. It was a chilly night, and we had all snuggled into our sleeping bags, enjoying the sounds of nature around us. I was deep in a dream when suddenly, I heard an awful, blood-curdling scream right outside our tent. I jolted awake, heart racing, convinced we were in some horror movie scenario. As I scrambled to sit up, I realized the scream was followed by raucous laughter. One of my friends, not thinking clearly after a late night around the campfire, had decided it would be funny to imitate a wild animal. In my groggy state, though, I couldn't process that it was just a prank. Instead, I started panicking, thinking someone was in trouble or that we might be in danger. When I finally registered what was happening, I felt a wave of relief but also a surge of annoyance. I was still half asleep and disoriented, and my heart was pounding like crazy. That abrupt wake-up call left me shaken for the rest of the night, and I ended up tossing and turning, unable to fall back asleep. Looking back, it's a funny memory now, but in the moment, it was definitely one of the worst ways to wake up. What's your personal theory for why Waldo is hiding? Imagine Waldo as a kind of modern-day philosopher, hiding away in those chaotic Where's Waldo? scenes, seeking peace and solitude in a world that never stops moving. Every page is filled with bustling crowds and vibrant distractions, yet there he is, blending into the background, searching for a moment of quiet amidst the noise. His iconic red and white striped shirt might symbolize a desire to be seen, but only on his own terms. Perhaps he's an introvert in a society that celebrates extroversion, using his hiding as a way to reclaim his space. It's like he's engaged in a game of hide and seek with the world, challenging us to find him while reminding us that it's okay to step back and take a break. There's something beautifully poetic about this search, too. In our busy lives, we often overlook the small details around us. By hiding, Waldo encourages us to slow down, look closely, and appreciate the chaos of everyday life. So, maybe he's not just hiding, he's nudging us to take a moment to breathe and seek out what truly matters amid the whirlwind. In a sense, he's a subtle reminder that it's perfectly okay to pause, reflect, and find joy in the little things that often go unnoticed. What family secret or hidden backstory were you finally let in on when you were old enough? When I was in my late teens, my parents sat me down to share a story that completely changed how I saw my family. Growing up, there was always this unspoken mystery about my grandfather. I knew he'd immigrated to the country, but the details were vague, and whenever I'd ask, they'd say he'd had a difficult journey. I never pressed because I figured it was just something they didn't want to discuss. Turns out, the journey was more complex than I ever imagined. My grandfather had fled his home country under incredibly dangerous conditions. He was involved in an underground resistance movement during a time of political upheaval, putting his life on the line to fight against an oppressive regime. He'd been imprisoned, lost friends, and endured things he never spoke of once he got here. The family had always kept it quiet, fearing that sharing the story might bring up old dangers or draw unnecessary attention. Hearing the details for the first time was a strange mixture of shock, pride, and sadness. I suddenly understood so much about my family's cautious nature, their tendency to avoid conflict, and why certain things felt taboo to talk about. My grandfather's quiet demeanor and deep empathy made sense in a way they hadn't before. It was like seeing him in a whole new light, knowing the silent courage and sacrifices he'd made to protect us all. What was the absolute best moment of your life? The best moment of my life came during a solo trip to a remote beach in Costa Rica. I'd been backpacking for weeks, feeling a mix of freedom and exhaustion, and ended up at this secluded stretch of coast I'd heard about from a local. It was just me, the ocean, and miles of sand surrounded by dense jungle. I dropped my bag, kicked off my shoes, and waded into the warm waves as the sun started setting, painting the sky in colors so vibrant it felt surreal, pink, orange, and deep purple blending seamlessly above the horizon. As I stood there, waves crashing around my knees, I suddenly felt this intense wave of peace and joy, a feeling I'd never experienced before. It was like all the noise in my mind just vanished. I'd been carrying a lot of stress and uncertainty with me, but at that moment, everything felt simple and perfect. I didn't care about what was coming next or what I'd left behind. It was just me, completely connected to the world around me in a way that was humbling and empowering at the same time. To top it off, just as the sun dipped below the horizon, I saw a pod of dolphins leap out of the water in the distance, like some kind of poetic gift from the universe. That combination of beauty, peace, and the reminder of life's unpredictability was everything. I stood there until the stars came out, completely awestruck and grateful. It was a moment that has stuck with me ever since, a kind of touchstone I return to when life gets overwhelming. You wake up as God, what's your first move? If I woke up as God, my first move would be to hit pause on the world for a moment, not a destructive pause, but more like giving everyone a global timeout from the daily chaos. I'd use that pause to dial into every human's mind, clearing away the noise, the stress, and the anger, allowing people to feel genuinely calm and at peace, maybe for the first time in their lives. Imagine everyone just taking a breath and resetting, no past regrets, no future anxieties, just pure presence. Then, I'd take that feeling of calm and plant a little seed of empathy in everyone's mind, hoping it would grow over time. I'd amplify everyone's natural empathy, making it impossible to look at another person without feeling some level of connection, compassion, and understanding. It wouldn't solve every problem, but it could start a chain reaction, a world where even small acts of kindness carry more weight, and where misunderstandings and hatred become harder to sustain. And finally, I'd throw in a little miracle, making it possible for people to really talk with their loved ones who've passed, even if just briefly, to find closure, forgive, and say what went unsaid. If I were God, my first move would be giving humanity a few tools to reconnect with themselves and each other, hoping they'd build a better world from there. What's a life skill everyone should know by the time they're 30? By the time you're 30, everyone should know how to manage their personal finances. It's one of those life skills that impacts nearly every decision, big or small, and affects your peace of mind. Being able to budget, save, and understand how to manage debt isn't just about numbers, it's about giving yourself options and security. By 30, you should know how to set up an emergency fund, understand credit scores, and grasp how interest works, whether it's for loans, savings, or investments. It's also critical to recognize your spending habits, both good and bad, so you can make adjustments and prioritize what truly matters to you. Setting up automatic transfers to savings, tracking expenses, and planning for future goals, like buying a house or retiring, become more manageable when these habits are in place. Financial literacy helps you avoid unnecessary stress, keeps you prepared for unexpected expenses, and opens doors to life choices that might otherwise feel out of reach. Beyond just paying bills, good financial habits give you the freedom to take calculated risks, like changing careers, pursuing side projects, or traveling, without fearing financial instability. It's a skill that helps you live life on your terms, and that's invaluable. What's a rich people thing that rich people don't know is a rich people thing? A huge rich people thing that wealthy folks often don't realize is a privilege? Not stressing over surprise expenses. Take last-minute flights or unexpected car repairs, things that, for many, cause serious financial juggling. If they need to fly out for a family emergency, they just book the next flight without a second thought. For the rest of us, an unplanned trip can mean maxing out credit cards or putting off bills. Then there's access to services they view as conveniences. Things like regular grocery delivery, quick access to quality healthcare, or having someone available to fix a household issue are considered basic. But for most, these are either rare treats or totally out of reach. Just having health insurance that doesn't break the bank or a dependable car that won't suddenly need a costly repair would be life-changing for many people. Even the smaller luxuries, like skipping lines at events or avoiding stressful commutes by living close to work, are realities that wealth provides. For those without it, all these things require careful planning and budgeting. Not having to think twice about the little things they enjoy is a hidden privilege that sets the wealthy's lives miles apart in ways they barely notice. What are you proud of yourself for? I'm genuinely proud of learning to prioritize my own mental and physical well-being. For a long time, I believed pushing myself to the absolute limit was the only way to be successful. I'd say yes to every opportunity, load up on responsibilities, and barely leave any room for rest or downtime. I thought taking a break was lazy, that slowing down would somehow mean I wasn't doing enough. But eventually, I hit a wall and had to face the reality that constantly running on empty wasn't sustainable. It was actually making me less effective, less present, and honestly, less happy. It took some time, but I made a conscious decision to set real boundaries, even if it felt uncomfortable at first. I started carving out time to do things that made me feel recharged, things I genuinely enjoyed but had been putting off. Whether it was a walk outside, reading something just for fun, or even just saying no to certain obligations, I learned to honor what I needed. Over time, I noticed that when I actually allowed myself to rest, I had more energy, more focus, and way more creativity to put into both work and relationships. It's been a journey, and it's not perfect. I still have moments where I feel the pressure to overcommit. But I'm proud of how far I've come, and knowing when to push and when to pause feels like one of the best things I've done for myself. What is something you deeply desire to purchase, but find yourself unable to afford at the moment? Something I deeply want to buy but can't justify financially right now is a long, immersive trip around the world. I dream of taking months, maybe a year, to really experience different cultures and stay long enough to feel like more than a tourist. I'd love to visit Japan during cherry blossom season, go on a safari in Kenya, explore the ancient architecture of Italy and Greece, and get off-grid in remote corners of the world, meeting people and learning languages I wouldn't otherwise. There's something thrilling about the idea of getting lost in new places, gaining perspectives from different cultures, and seeing the diversity of landscapes firsthand. But it's not just the travel expenses that make it feel impossible, it's also the life pause it requires. Leaving a stable routine and the security of a job and responsibilities to just go explore feels like a fantasy. Between work, bills, and commitments, it just seems too far out of reach for now. Even with savings, the risk of setting everything aside for a dream journey feels like a lot to take on. But whenever I think of what I'd do if money weren't an obstacle, it's this trip, something beyond typical vacations, where I could truly dive into places and live through each experience. It's a dream that's always in the back of my mind, and I hope someday I'll be able to make it real. What is a major turn-on for most people but you think it's gross? For me, one thing that seems to be a major turn-on for a lot of people is over-the-top public displays of affection, especially when it involves very close face-to-face contact or whispered words in someone's ear, particularly in public. While I get that many couples love being openly affectionate, I find it awkward to witness, let alone participate in. The idea of whispering close to someone's ear or gazing deeply into their eyes while others are around just feels way too intense. I can't help but cringe at the idea of all that being on display for everyone nearby. Another thing that seems to be a popular romantic move, but personally grosses me out, is the trend of partners popping each other's pimples. I know a surprising number of people see it as a form of intimacy, and some even say it strengthens their bond, but for me, it's a huge turnoff. Watching someone poke at another person's skin is way more unappealing than charming, especially when it's framed as a cute or bonding activity. Lastly, I've noticed many people are drawn to strong scents on their partners, like musky colognes or perfumes. But, to me, the intense smell just becomes overpowering, turning something meant to be a signature scent into something that feels too artificial and forced. In the end, everyone has different preferences, but I guess what some see as romantic can be a little off-putting or uncomfortable for others. What would you do if you woke up tomorrow and the year is 2005? If I woke up tomorrow in 2005, my first reaction would be a mix of shock and excitement. Realizing I had a chance to relive a pivotal year in pop culture, technology, and my own life, I'd start thinking about how I could make the most of it. First, I'd take advantage of the era's simplicity and pre-smartphone lifestyle. I'd call friends and family on my flip phone and maybe leave messages on their answering machines. I'd definitely invest in Apple, Google, and Amazon stock, knowing what the next 2 decades would bring. Buying early into these companies would mean immense wealth once I return to my original timeline, or just in the future. I'd also head straight to my favorite 2005 spots, like Blockbuster to rent DVDs, record stores for albums, and classic arcades. There's something about physically browsing aisles for a movie or CD that feels nostalgic now. I'd also binge watch The Office and Lost as they originally aired and go to see the last few Harry Potter movies in theaters. But most importantly, I'd reconnect with people I may have lost touch with or make different decisions that I know would benefit my future self. With the wisdom of hindsight, I'd be able to savor each moment and avoid some of the mistakes I made. Living in 2005 would be a strange, unique second chance, one I'd try to embrace fully. What are subtle things that make a person unlikable? Unlikable traits are often small but consistent behaviors that quietly push others away. One subtle but common habit is interrupting others or bringing every conversation back to oneself. It may seem harmless, but this shows a lack of interest in what others have to say and can make people feel unimportant. Another one is constant negativity or complaining. While occasional venting is normal, chronic pessimism drains people's energy, making them less likely to want to hang out. Then there's the one-upper who can't resist topping everyone else's stories or achievements, making people feel like their experiences aren't valued. People also pick up on inconsistent behavior, like someone being overly friendly to certain people and dismissive to others. This inconsistency signals that they might be insincere, creating discomfort and distrust. Additionally, subtle, patronizing comments, like actually, or you might not know this, may seem minor but come across as condescending over time. The longer these behaviors continue, the more people feel alienated, making it hard to form genuine, trusting connections with the person.
Hey honey, would you like a sandwich? I'm making one for myself and I'll make you one too. Oh no thank you, I'm not very hungry. I ate when I got off the bus earlier. Now why would you do that? Huh? Do what? Eat something when you get home. You know when I get off work, I always make food for everybody in this house, so why would you eat? Well, you were 2 hours late and I was hungry. That's just ridiculous. Are you saying that you don't like my cooking or something? What? No, you were just really late and I was hungry. I don't want to hear it. Nobody appreciates anything that I do in this house. You ate on purpose just so you wouldn't eat my sandwich, didn't you, huh? Are you gonna clean this room or not? Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to. I'll clean it right now. Are you serious? I've literally asked you 4 times. No, you didn't. I literally just woke up. Don't get smart with me. I'm literally not. I'm just talking. You know what? You're not going to so-and-so's house today because I told you to clean this room and you haven't done it. You literally haven't told me a single time. Nope, this is a lesson for you, and also you're grounded for lying to me. Are you serious? That is so unfair. I don't want to hear it. We both know that I told you to clean this room. Can you believe that she would have an affair with her boss? Hey, sorry to interrupt, but It says a lot about her. But I really need you to sign this. It says a lot about her and who she is. I just need you for a second. I'll be really quick. Well, the type of person that she is. 1 second, Tammy. What? I need this form signed for school. So you couldn't have asked me when you got home, not when I'm on the phone? Well, you've been on the phone since I got home earlier. I have not. Tammy, I'll have to call you back. I am so sick of your rude attitude. Are you getting this from your father or something? What? No, I just really need you to sign I don't care. Whatever you need can wait. I never get any time for myself. You've been home alone all day, though. Oh, so this is my fault then. So, like, this app is supposed to go tomorrow, and none of us are freaking out? Like, we're all just like, yeah, okay. See ya, and probably see you Monday, because it'll be back. Like, are we just so convinced that it's gonna go our way this time? I mean, it almost feels like a toxic relationship. Like, they're there 1 minute, present, emotionally available, and then gone the next. That's what this feels like. I feel like that SpongeBob meme where he's like, are you just gonna throw me out like trash, huh? Just like that? I don't think so. But we're all just like, we maybe think so. We don't care though. You've had enough of our frustrations and our tears and our woes. We're not giving you any more. Like, the last thing the government deserves is me sad because I can't doom scroll. I'll just go somewhere else to do it. This kind of feels like back in the day when those kids channels would have their worldwide day of play to try to force us kids to go outside, but we would just switch to Disney Channel instead. Like, you're not gonna make me do anything. I'll adapt. We'll adapt. At this point, everybody's just like, either take it or don't. I don't care anymore. I spend too much time scrolling anyway. I might even go outside. It's raining right now. I could go sit on my porch with a book. Imagine. I'm just kidding. I love books, but it's kind of funny though, right? Like, wow, I might actually go walk the dog. He gets walks, I swear. I might actually go walk the dog instead of sit on my butt and do this all day. You know, give my thumb that workout and my index finger, because, you know, when the thumb starts to hurt, I switch to the index finger. My fingers might no longer have a workout, but the rest of my body will, and that's good for the soul. No, it's not what I want to do, but it's good. Alright class, today we're going to work on our long division, so who's clicking their pen? Oh, I was? Well, stop it, it's really disruptive. I'm sorry, I'll stop. Oh, I forgot, show your work for every answer. But I didn't show my work at all in this entire paper. Well, it should be fine, the answer's right. Mrs. Smith? Yeah, hun? I have a question about number 7. I'm just not sure. Are you really clicking that pen? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not aware that I'm doing it. You're not aware that you're clicking your pen? You just did it! Yeah, I mean, it's just something I do when I'm anxious. Nothing in this class should make you anxious, so stop. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'm finished with the first 10 and I'm ready for you to check it. Alright, let me see. You didn't show any of your work. Yeah, I know I didn't, but I got the right answer. Yes, but I set a class rule that you're to show your work. But can I ask why it matters if I got the answer correct anyway? Are you really back-talking? I just told you it was a rule and everyone else did it. That just seems like a waste of time. The only one wasting time right now is you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, Did you really just click that pen in my face? Sorry, I just something that I do when I get nervous. Then put the pen down when you feel that way. It's disruptive. No, I'm still not consciously aware of it. I'm not trying to be annoying and I'm not trying to be disruptive. I just don't know why we have to show our work if the answer's... I'm not entertaining your little attitude anymore. Okay. So apparently Trump is gonna make coffee and toilet paper go up in price because of his silly tariffs. Do you know how counterintuitive that is? Do you know how badly I need toilet paper after I chug a bunch of bean juice? What does he expect the American people to wipe with? Leaves? We're gonna have to rub our bums across the carpet like a dog with worms. Every time I'm done chugging my Zoom Zoom water, I've gotta zoom right to that toilet, because you know what's gonna happen next. It's like eating a bunch of White Castle and then walking into a Barnes & Noble's bookstore. It's natural selection at that point. Your bowels are gonna evacuate. You know my water bill's gonna go up. A, because I'll have to drink more of it, because I won't be able to afford coffee. And B, because I'm gonna have to wash my ass. Hop into that shower after every deuce, because we won't have anything to wipe with. You know, at least all of our coworkers are gonna smell better. But everyone's gonna have crabby attitudes because you don't want to be around somebody at 6 a.m. a.m. for a shift before they've had their coffee. That's like your premedicated grandma before church on Sunday. Nobody deserves that. Dump, you can't keep coming after everything that we love. Is this gonna cause a toilet paper recession? Are people just gonna go in droves to buy up all the paper before it goes up in price? Should I get to the store? At least they haven't come for soda yet. I can still drown my woes with that. Coffee, bananas, and toilet paper are gonna skyrocket in price. Seriously, even toilet paper? Are we supposed to wipe with leaves? Yep, looks like grandma and grandpa are gonna be hoarding all the toilet paper like it's an apocalypse. I mean, it kind of is an apocalypse. The economy is infected and we're watching it die. Yeah, a good example would be the fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order was delayed over all this. Funny how Republicans only care when it starts to affect them. Well, China's invoking retaliatory tariffs on us now because of the ones Dump put on them, so we're now in a trade war. But we get like everything from them. Everything we love. Yeah, we pissed off our biggest ally. They're not gonna understand. The Republicans in the comments are just gonna be like, well, it'll force you to buy American. Well, most of our cars are foreign, and good luck buying computer parts. Yeah, better trade in that old vehicle or update that graphics card before it's too late. Yeah, people forget that America functions on the little treats that it gives its people, and now they're taking our treats away. First time I've seen someone give trick instead of treat. Yeah, even Ulan is complaining because apparently it's affecting his Tesla sales. Oh, cry me a river. I'm sure we all feel so sorry for a billionaire. About as sorry as I felt for my parents' divorce. It was about time. Yeah, okay, what else is new? If you're worried about what Dump and Elon are doing, you need to hear about the Majority Project. Wait, what's the Majority Project? It's a resistance movement started by a black-owned printing company, Signs of Justice, with the goal of mailing 1 million of these postcards to Congress to help prevent more harmful legislation from being passed. Exactly. Well, what does the card say? This is a reminder for Congress with the majority of Americans support, and the majority of Americans support LGBTQIA right protections for women to have access to the healthcare that they need, more gun reform, and easier path to citizenship. That's actually really powerful. I'm tired of people thinking that just because Trump won the popular vote, that means the majority of Americans agree with what he's doing. It's just a loud group of people controlling the narrative. Exactly, and if we don't start speaking up, he's gonna keep passing these ridiculous laws. It's time for us to remind our representatives what we the people stand for. Totally, that's awesome, but why postcards? Well, it's really easy to ignore a voicemail or ignore an email, but imagine hundreds of thousands of postcards showing up on your desk on the 1st of every month. That type of personalized collaboration is impossible for them to ignore, especially in that high of a volume. Okay, I want to mail my own, but I don't have any money. Don't even worry about it. You can go on signsofjustice.com/TMP and print your own postcards free of charge. Wait, really? Yup, and remember to mail them on the 1st of every month because that's the exact type of massively coordinated pressure that we need on Congress. Wow, that sounds really great. I want to join in on this. The movement has already mailed out 500,000 postcards, so if we mail out 500,000 more, we'll meet the goal of 1 million postcards. I want to be on the right side of history. I'm gonna print off my own cards right now. Awesome, and be sure to share this video to your friends so that more people can hear about this awesome movement. Guys, my aunt that has been missing for like 2 weeks finally showed up at our door today. In fact, she came knocking down, barreling in without even asking my permission. She brought all of her possessions with her, threw it up against the walls, didn't even give me an explanation as to where she went, and now it's like the giant Kool-Aid man moved in down there. And there's no due process to evict. Oh my god, I hear sirens. They're coming for Aunt Flo. Who else did she visit without permission while she was gone? My hopes is that since she went missing already and wasn't anywhere to be found, that maybe if I keep up with it, next month she'll go missing again and this time won't be found. If you're confused, I'm talking about my period. It almost went away. Okay, and I really thought it did so much so that I made a video, and for a week, not hide nor hair of Aunt Flo. Next thing I know, she's clotting at my door. It's always when you least expect it, right? First time that I met my Aunt Flo, I was on stage at a pageant in my swimwear. Come off the stage, Aunt Flo's in my drawers, don't know what it is. I start freaking out. Mom, I'm dying. There's blood here. My mom comes over, takes the swimwear undergarments and starts showing all the other moms. Is this what your Aunt Flo looked like when she first visited? Is this what your Aunt Flo? Thank you, Mom, for showing the entire dressing room my Aunt Flo. And all the moms are like, oh my god, yes, my Aunt Flo looks just like that. They could be twins. Jokes aside, I'm kind of bummed because I did think I was not gonna have to deal with this, and now I got cramps again, so I guess I'm still a part of the party. But next month, Aunt Flo can mind her manners, because she's not bloody welcome here.
What do you think, babe?
Wow, it's great. I didn't know we were going on holiday. Where are we going?
We aren't going anywhere. I'm going on a girls' trip to Miami for spring break.
Yeah, no, you're not.
What? You can't stop me.
Why do you want to go anyways? We can go somewhere together.
If you don't let me go, I'm breaking up with you.
Geez, fine, but call me every night, okay?
Yeah, I will. We just got to the hotel, babe. It's so nice.
That's great. So what are your plans?
We're probably gonna eat something, then go swim.
Sounds great. Wish I was there.
Next time, babe. Holy crap, Stephanie. Last night was wild. You weren't wrong. Tyrone did have a third leg.
What?
Oh, crap! I was joking, lol.
Who's Tyrone?
Nobody, nothing happened. Chill, babe.
I'm looking at Stephanie's story. I can see you in the back with Tyrone going at it. This is unbelievable. How could you?
If you really think I would do that to you, then I don't know if I can be with you anymore.
Riz app tells me to say, you're like a map. Because without you, I'm lost in life. You're like a map. Because without you, I'm lost in life.
Babe, that's so romantic. I love that so much. I'm coming back now.
Okay, babe, I can't wait to hold you.
What's up, bro?
Alana?
Nah, this Tyrone fool.
Tyrone?
Yeah, Alana's in the shower right now. I'm about to hop in.
What? But she told me she's waiting till marriage.
I'ma tell you now. Alana ain't the nice Catholic girl you think she is. She got a wild side for real.
That's my girl, bro!
Any girl that comes Miami for spring break is for the gang. She said ever since she saw the Drake vid, she's been wondering what a battering ram is like. My bro's coming over in a bit and we're gonna give her a real Miami goodbye.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm having a baby.
Wait, are you for real?
Yes, I'm finally gonna be a mom, babe.
Oh my god, I can't wait. When is it due?
12 weeks, babe.
Oh my god, I've got so much I need to prepare. Do you think these will fit him?
What the hell are those?
They're soccer boots, babe. You know, for Project Mbappe?
Project Mbappe? What the hell is that?
Well, let's just say I'm gonna make sure our son is the best soccer player on earth.
And how can you be so sure?
Plug AI, help me out here.
I got you, bro. Here, say this.
Because his mom is already a keeper.
A tongue that smooth could land you in a lot of trouble, boy. But I suppose that's why we're here.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, the second he spawns, I'm putting the little fella straight into soccer camp.
What if he's not interested in soccer? What if he wants to dress up as a fairy and play with dolls?
Well, if that's the case, I guess I'll just have to abandon him. Nah, I'm kidding. But I'm not letting him waste the opportunities I had just because he doesn't want to lock in.
What are you talking about? He's just a baby. He doesn't even know anything.
Well, he better learn. By the way, are you planning on bottle feeding or going with a natural approach? If you're thinking about bottle feeding, that's fine. But that means I've got to make him a meal plan.
My baby is not going on a meal plan. I'll give him the choice and he can choose what he wants. But I repeat, my baby is not going on a meal plan.
Why do you keep saying my? It's our baby. We should both get a choice in this.
Because the baby isn't yours.
Wait, so who's the father?
I think it's somebody from the club.
How old?
61?
Height?
I think like 6'6".
What build?
Lean and muscular.
Last question. Skin color?
Black.
Project Michael Jordan is active.
Hey son, I just bought GTA 5. Wanna play?
Why did you buy GTA 5, Dad? Your PC probably can't even run it.
My 4090 says otherwise, bud.
What the? Why do you have a 4090?
I bought it so we can spend time together. So can you show me how to play?
I don't think you should play GTA, Dad. It's just a boring racing game. Why don't you buy Minecraft or something?
Fuck Minecraft. I want to play GTA.
You won't like it, Dad. It's not just a racing game. There's businesses and stuff.
You know I love business. But what does GTA even stand for?
I think it's Great Times Ahead 5.
Ooh, that sounds fun. I can't wait to play now. So when will you be home to help me?
Dad, you can't play it.
Why?
Because the game isn't safe. There's too many hackers online, and they'll steal all of your information.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't care. Loading it up right now.
Dad, don't.
Wait, why is there a lady on my screen?
I have no idea what that is. That is so weird. Somebody must have hacked you or something, because I've never seen anything like that before.
She's kind of bad, not gonna lie. Anyway, I'm in, so wish me luck. I'm at the shoe store right now. How do I get in?
Dad, don't go in there. It'll crash your PC.
Holy heck, this game is amazing. It reminds me of when I met your mother.
Are you looking at cars again?
You know me too well. I'm creating my dream Porsche right now.
Honey, do you remember Laura?
Yeah, why?
Her boyfriend bought a car. And guess which one? Exactly the Porsche you've always wanted. Does it make you uncomfortable knowing that you can never afford something like that? Laura's boyfriend gifted her a 2-week vacation in Hawaii.
Looks like Laura's a lucky girl.
Do you know why he gave it to her? Just because. No special reason, just because he loves her. Oh my God, honey, did you really give me a trip to Paris?
Yes, darling, happy birthday.
Such a perfect gift.
Riz app says reply with, a perfect gift for a perfect person.
A perfect gift for a perfect person.
You're so sweet, darling. How long are we going for?
3 days, baby. I can pay for everything. I've been saving for the past 6 months.
3 days? Are you serious? And you've been saving for 6 months for that. That's really embarrassing, darling. A man should be able to earn money, right?
Honey, one day I'll have a lot of money, trust me. I'm building my business. It takes time.
You know what? I need a real man. That's why I cheated on you with Laura's boyfriend. He gives me what I need. He's not even with me and has already given me more than you have in 3 years of relationship. It's over, but hey, little brother, I had a fight with my boyfriend. Could I crash at your place for a few days?
Of course. My apartment is big enough. Why did you guys fight again?
Oh, it's my fault, really. I was texting with a coworker. I know Lucas doesn't like that, actually. One more thing. Don't be surprised. I have a black eye because I fell down the stairs yesterday.
How do you get a black eye from falling down the stairs?
Oh, what am I saying? I meant I walked into a door. I'm all over the place. Hey, could you lend me some money? I can't afford the rent by myself right now.
Why doesn't Lucas pay half?
Oh, he's going through a tough time right now, but he'll pay me back. Could you please pick me up from the hospital?
Why are you at the hospital?
Do I really have to say it? I'm tired of making excuses.
Enough is enough. You're moving in with me. It's over between you and my sister. If you even so much as text her, I'll make sure you never use your hands for anything in your entire life.
Hey, it's been a while.
Yeah, I hope it stays that way.
Don't worry, it will.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you later. So, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, whatever.
I can't believe we dated in high school. It's been such a long time.
Sometimes I wish we could go back. Now tell me, what do you mean by you won't be texting in a while?
I won't be here.
Oh, thank God. You're finally moving. Your dad took the job, I suppose?
Yeah, but I'm not moving. My parents are.
What? What about you then?
I have cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm hopeful about beating it.
I'll pray for you.
Thank you. I knew you still had good for me in your heart.
I guess you'll be in the hospital for a while?
Yep, here right now.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you. By the way, my dog will need a new home. My parents can't take him where they're flying to, and I can't take care of him.
I have an audition tonight. We can talk about it later.
Oh, I'm sorry for disturbing you. Let me know if you got in.
Okay.
Good luck. Break a leg too.
Thank you.
It's been a while. Did you get in?
Yeah.
Yay, congrats!
Thank you.
How are you?
Good.
What role did you get and what show is it?
Sweeney Todd and I got the role of Judge Turbin.
Wow, congrats. I'll be there to cheer for you.
You sure?
Of course.
Okay.
Gotta go. It was nice talking to you.
Bye.
Bye, E. Hey.
What is it now?
It's been a while. When's the show?
Next week, Friday to Sunday.
Oh, okay. I'll try my best to make it.
Still got cancer?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Gotta go.
Oh, bye. Hey.
What do you want now?
Your prayers weren't answered.
What do you mean?
It won. Cancer won. I'm not beating it.
Oh,
Please take care of my dog.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, okay. I'll find someone else. Good luck with your show.
Okay.
Not sure how long I have left, but I'll still attend your play. I'll be cheering you on in the sky. Hey, babe.
What's up, Millie?
Can we go swimming today, please? I want to learn how to swim for my vacation. Pretty please?
Can't today, Millie. I'm working overtime and I will be tired.
Okay. Hello, my love. My vacation is next month. Can we please go swimming?
No, dude, quit asking over and over. I'm very stressed with my job and you keep bothering me. Sorry, my love.
But you promised to teach me. Don't get mad.
Sorry, babe. I was frustrated. Can we go next week? I promise I won't delay anymore.
Okay. Hey, babe. You know what time it is?
What?
Swim lessons.
Ah, I'm with Julie. She is sick. Please don't get mad.
My love, how can I get mad at you? Love you a lot. It's okay. We can reschedule it.
Thanks a lot, darling.
Hey, my love, my vacation is next week. I don't want to go and not have fun. Can you at least give me an hour to teach me how to swim? Just the basics, I promise.
Oh God, I don't know how you don't see it. I don't want to take you to swimming lessons for f***'s sake. Why can't you see the signs? I have my own shit to do, babe. Why can't you tell your brother to teach you?
I won't ask you again. Thanks for nothing. I was only persistent because you promised to teach me. Good luck with your busy schedule.
Sorry for the attitude, babe. I had a migraine. I love you a lot.
I know, my love, I never took it personally. We are leaving tomorrow morning for Hawaii. I'll send you lots and lots of pictures, my love.
I'm so happy for you. Have the best time of your life, babe.
It's so pretty. I think I'll just record and stay back. Maybe just get a little wet.
That looks beautiful, babe, just like you.
I'll love you a lot.
Hey, Millie, when are you returning home? It's been 2 days since you texted me, Millie. Hello? You should have been home by now.
Hey, Balin, did you hear about the incident that happened in Hawaii?
What?
Hey, honey, do you mind if I stay at your apartment tonight?
Why? What happened to our house?
Oh, nothing, honey. It's just your stepdad's kicked me out.
What? It's your house, Mom. How did he kick you out?
It was my fault. I stupidly forgot to clean his shoes before work.
Mom, he can't keep treating you like this.
Honey, do you have any spare plasters?
Yeah, I think I have a few. Why?
I accidentally walked into a sofa and it gave me a black eye. I meant door haha.
That's He's done it to you again, hasn't he?
Yes, it was for good reason though, baby. Don't worry.
There is no good reason. Besides, can't you buy some yourself?
Well, he's confiscated my money too for the day.
What? I was about to go on a date. I asked a girl out and she said yes.
Oh, what did you say to her?
Well, that's not really important right now, but I said, well, here I am. What are your other 2 wishes?
That's cute, honey.
Hey, Mom, you coming to Becky's Diner for brunch?
I can't, honey. I broke my leg last night. I'm in hospital.
Oh my God, Mom, are you okay? I'm coming over right now. How did this happen?
I fell down the stairs.
Mom, your house has 1 story.
Oh yeah, that's right, haha.
Did he do this?
No, honey, don't be silly.
Mom, tell me now.
He did.
Mom, I'm coming to pick you up. We're going to the police.
No.
Mom, he's you.
He won't anymore. I promise he will change.
Hey, buddy, you my mom again and
You'll do what?
It's the dumbest reason you've gotten into a fight with your girlfriend. When my then girlfriend and I started dating, I discovered early on that she can be quite physical in the sense that she likes to push, hold, and punch even. Bear in mind she is never actually trying to hurt me, she is just playful like that. I found this both adorable and fun, so I played along. If she pushed me, I would act like I had to balance myself, or if the bed or sofa was nearby I would fall onto it. If she held me, I would pretend that it was difficult for me to get out of her grip. If I pushed her and she resisted, I would pretend it was hard work, same with me holding her arms, etc. You get the idea. I always assumed she knew I was playing along and not actually physically straining myself to compete with her strength. This went on for months. Here is where my screw up occurs. One day, we were chilling on the sofa, watching a show when I realized I was running late to meet some friends. I told her I needed to shower and make a move. She decided this was a good time for a play fight. She sat on top of me to pin my arms under her knees. I played along and struggled to move her off me. A little more wrestling took place, with me playing along like I do. Then I told her I really need to make a move. She was not done and continued to hold and push me back onto the sofa. Eventually I decided I need to win this little fight and get going. So, I got her onto her back, held her hands near her head, leant down to kiss her on the cheeks a few times and let her know again that I was running late. She tried to move her arms and could not. While struggling she grunted out, "Why are you so strong today?" I laughed and looked at her like she was joking. This was my second mistake. Her eyes went wide with comprehension and she stopped struggling. Are you always this strong? She asked, almost to herself. Come on, babe, you did not really think we are of equal strength, did you? I replied. I then went to take a shower, got ready, and as I was heading out the door, I noticed that she might have been a little upset. Me, being fully aware that I do not fully comprehend the mystery of female emotions, had no clue why she was upset. I did what all men do, I guessed. I gave her a kiss and said I won't be gone for long and that I can pick up her favorite Chinese on the way back. I assumed she was upset about me not spending the afternoon with her. I got no reply. My third mistake was not spending some time talking it through. I instead went on my merry way and had a great freaking time with my friends. She spent the next few hours brewing, simmering, seething, and of course overthinking. I came home with the Chinese and as soon as I put it down on the dining table, she sprung out of the corner and attacked me. It genuinely surprised me and I reacted by bear hugging her to my... What's the most heartbreaking case you've ever seen? There was a young woman in her 20s who saw a dead cat in the hallway of her apartment building. She put the cat in a plastic bag and threw it in the trash bin downstairs. Unfortunately, an elderly lady from the community saw her and assumed that the young woman had killed the cat. Being very religious, the lady began to harshly criticize and condemn the young woman. The situation escalated when the elderly lady called the police, accusing the young woman of having violent tendencies and posing a threat to the community because of her supposed animal abuse. The police investigated but found no concrete evidence to prove that the young woman had killed the cat. Moreover, the young woman had a good reputation and no history of violent behavior, so the police didn't take any action against her. However, the rumors spread throughout the community, and local animal protection activists stormed into the young woman's home, took her pet dog away, and warned her not to keep any more pets. The incident was also posted online, leading to a barrage of abuse and harassment on the young woman's social media accounts. People even spread rumors that she was a descendant of witches and was practicing dark magic. Her friends distanced themselves from her, and even her best friend joined in on the online bullying, revealing unverified negative information about her. Some extremists even threatened her physically, and others vandalized her property. Despite multiple statements from the local police clarifying that there was no sufficient evidence of animal abuse, the online abuse continued. The young woman was eventually forced to move, hoping to start fresh in a new place. But the anger of the netizens didn't subside. A group of online vigilantes dedicated to exposing her whereabouts emerged, and
Did you ever come across a monster even worse than you? I was serving a 30-year sentence when I got the news that a kid was transferring to my prison. News spread that this kid had barely turned 18, and somehow he was more hated than half the prisoners in here. On the kid's first day, we checked his papers, and the story we saw was the craziest I had ever seen. I knew then that the prison wasn't going to let him serve his sentence peacefully. This guy was involved in the school shooting and shot 3 other kids with a handgun. News said that one of the kids asked this guy to be their friend only days before the shooting. Then, when he got arrested, he showed little to no remorse about the situation. The worst part was yet to come, however. During his trial, he looked at the victims' families and smiled, literally smiled with his teeth showing. He laughed like his actions were a joke. As the victims' parents and siblings were crying, this guy flipped them off and took off his jacket, revealing a shirt with the word killer on it. You see, while most of the guys in prison had done worse things than him, they collectively hated people who mocked victims. So it didn't take much time before someone made this guy a walking toilet. He was to be available whenever and wherever we wanted with his pants down. He finally showed remorse for his actions when he understood that prison didn't find his actions funny. Here comes the best part of the story. After being a toilet for 2 years, the guy tried to escape and ended up in a place that's even worse than ours.